Call me butter, baby, 'cause I'm on a roll. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Awkward. Hello, Libra, and welcome to your 2018 July love reading. It's Princess. Thank you to everyone who has ordered a reading. Shout out to all of my subscribers who are super duper friggin' awesome. I miss you guys a great deal. But I think you're going to get tired of me this month because I'm just going to keep making videos until the freaking cows come home. And because the first 3 signs got live videos, if you guys want a live video for your general read for July, hit me in the comments below and let me know. So we're going to jump right into business. And I have a new oracle deck that I will be using in place of the Romance Angels. I found it at the crystal store in the French Quarter. Forgot what it's called, but I dig it. It's about love, you know. But we're going to go ahead and tune into you guys' energy. So you're more than welcome to join me if you want to. So I'm going to be quiet and close my eyes and whatnot for a second. Join me in deep breaths. That feels nice. All right, so with our oracle deck, we're going to pick one card for Libra and one card for the person that they are connecting with. 9 times out of 10, that's going to be your cross watcher. Hey, cross watcher. So Spirit, please give me one card for Libras and one card for their cross watcher to give us overall guidance for what they will be experiencing in their love lives in the month of July. Pour favor. One card for Libra and one card for their cross watcher, please, Spirit. Clear and direct, super freaking awesome guidance and whatnot. It's flooding in New Orleans, by the way. It's kind of like a snow day for us. I woke up and like water was all the way up into my driveway. That's cool. All right. Just thought you should know that. Oh, okay. So the cross watcher got 2 cards. That's cool. It's not weird. Okay, Spirit, and give me 3 cards for Libra. 3 cards for the person that they are connecting with or is cross watching them. Clear and direct guidance as always. Wonderful things that my little love muffins need to know. You're my love muffin, love muffin. I love your face. Yes, I do. Don't you love how I canoodle you? 3 cards for Libra, Spirit, and 3 cards for the person that is cross-watching Libra or the person that they are connecting with in the month of July. Cancer season. Shout out to my Libras with Cancer in their chart. You heard me? I'm kind of excited because I feel like this reading is going to be like the shiznit and whatnot or whatever. It's going to be the shiznit. Set my deck over here. Okay, Libra. Got a little hair in my mouth there. Your present energy is the King of Wands. You guys dealing with a fire sign male, it's Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Your past influence is the 9 of Wands. More fire going on here. And going forward, you guys have the 8 of Cups. Interesting. So, I want to say, if you guys been dating a fire sign person that was a jerk, you know, a fire sign person that's kind of, what's the word I want to say? I don't want to say they're emotionally unstable, but they're hot and cold. They're hot and cold to the point that I don't know, it's left you a little, you know, PTSD. Like, this card's been coming up a lot. I stole that from the Soulmate Experience. I like his description of that card. But yeah, it's like it's the person's kind of left you off kilter to where and I don't know, this could be a relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to have ended recently. This can kind of be the byproduct of a past tense relationship, but nonetheless, I feel like the person is a fire sign. And again, that's Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. And the person's literally left you off kilter. So your scales are unbalanced. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of has you like hyper vigilant and super suspicious of people that are coming into your life. So even if somebody kind of tries to do something nice for you, it's like you're kind of always suspicious of people's intentions with you. But I can tell you that it's not you. I mean, this person just kind of left you like that on some stuff. I mean, of course, it's a general reading. It can go both ways. Maybe you did this to somebody. I mean, a fire sign. Maybe you did this to a fire sign. I don't know. But we're just going to go ahead and read it like this happened to Libra. But cross watchers are probably going to be like, Libra did that. But is the person left you extremely off kilter to where now, and why I feel like calling that card the PTSD card is like the absolute perfect description of it, is because, I mean, of course not, you know, we're using this in a figurative sense, you know, not saying that you literally have PTSD, but it's possible, you know, being in abusive relationships can leave you with post-traumatic stress disorder. But what I'm really getting from this is that it's left you in a state to where you're hyper vigilant and extremely unsure of yourself, to where you're constantly like in two minds about stuff. Like you're going back and you're rethinking things and, you know, was it my fault? Was it their fault? And, you know, and I don't know. I kind of feel like it's a big betrayal, like kind of like the rug being pulled from under you in a sense, to where it's left you like hella off balance because it's, I don't know. It's like I sense it's almost like a fear. It's an inherent deep-seated fear. And the vibe I kind of get from that is like, okay, say like at one point in time, you always trust that people had like the best intentions, right? Like you were a good judge of character. But this person kind of creeped in and like legit distorted everything that it is that you thought that you knew about humans, to the point where now like you don't trust anyone, because it's just the initiation or introduction into the fact that a person can show up that way. Like the fact that a person could show up in that way, or that a person could do that to another person, has kind of left you in this space where you're like, you know, anything is possible with people. You know what I'm saying? And presently, with me seeing this King of Wands here, I just kind of look at that as like a reiteration of this is what we're talking about. So probably for most of you guys, the person that I'm talking about is a fire sign male, right? Like if you're a female or a male that dates males, we're talking about a fire sign male, right? And then also I kind of feel like, okay, there's like a double meaning that I'm getting with this. I feel like this is who we're talking about and who is like the topic of concern and interest with this reading. Is this fire sign person or someone who has those characteristics? I'm so sorry, y'all. I feel like there's something in my eye. Anyway, or a person that has those personality characteristics, which is a person who's like, you know, very self-assured, very passionate. They have leadership qualities. You know, they're a pretty grounded person, but it's more or less like a, I don't know. I look at the King of Wands as like, it's like an earth sign energy on fleek because they have this high elevation of passion, like being very ambitious and driven and just like a ferocious businessman or leader. But that earth sign quality it has is the groundedness in it. So it's like they're an action taker, a go-getter, or that's, you know, how people would perceive them. But I'm also seeing on the other end of this is those are characteristics that Libra would want to introduce into the place that they are, because this is the energy I'm kind of seeing you guys in, where, you know, you're not kind of able to stand on your own 2 feet. You're very unsure of yourself and you're terrified. And the reason why that's of concern is because it creates a spirit of resistance in your life. And of course, I always talk about like whenever we have a certain energy in one facet of our lives, it's like a disease, dis-ease, it's dis-ease in that particular, place of your life. And emotion is energy in motion, So if it's like attacking one facet of your life, eventually it's going to start to eat away at other facets of your life. So if you see his body language, it's like he's very closed off, he's clenching this little wand. So I'm holding on to everything that I have for dear life. And if you think about like the physical embodiment of this energy, imagine that manifesting in every facet of your life. So that means even if spirit is trying to bring something in, it's like you're blocking it because you're closed off, because you're being self-protective, right? So meaning this in a sense of like a person, like if the right person is supposed to come into your life, or like with your card going forward, the 8 of Cups, you going out in search of what it is that's going to fulfill you, the thing that's going to give you what it is that you're really desiring in a love relationship is going to require you to release and relax, to enter flow, and to follow the guidance of spirit. So I feel like this self-protection that you guys are having from people is also inadvertently blocking you even with your connection from spirit, so you're not able to hear. So it's almost like being in a sense of stagnation, right? And not really knowing what direction to go in moving forward, not being able to embody this energy, not being able to leave that person, or even if you physically left them, you're not able to mentally or emotionally leave them, because it's like you're still kind of clenching to that energy in fear that you've done something wrong. But I feel like when you're able to take a step back and be objective about it, you're going to be able to see that this really wasn't fulfilling your needs at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, your cup was not runnething over. Yes, I just made up that word, runnething. Okay? Don't judge me. But you would see that you were completely unfulfilled. So in truth, and I know that's very difficult, because I mean, when emotions are involved in situations, it's very hard for us to kind of take a step back. But I mean, in reality, if you really pull yourself out of it and look at it objectively, they really weren't what it is that you want anyway, because you most certainly do not want to be loving on somebody that makes you feel like that. That is not what's hot in the streets right now, people. Anywho, your little oracle card says, love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. Right? So the thing that I think is important for you is, because the thing that I dig about these cards, it's not like it incorporates like agape love, which is like divine love, in the sense of like our earthly daily doings and whatnot, and like with romance and all this other kind of stuff. But what it's really speaking to is the heart of the matter, the love that we receive from spirit and that we live within ourselves, and give out to the rest of the world. And the thing that this really says to me is that you guys really have to, good Lord, gotta take a sip of juice on that. My throat got a little dry. Anywho, so the love that you guys are looking for in other people, or the love that you feel like you didn't get from this particular relationship, this is love that you need to give to yourself, right? So regardless of how another person treats you or how another person shows up in your life, the love that you have for self is always supposed to endure no matter what, regardless of how things are, or how another person treats you, how things are showing up in your life, or no matter how disappointed, other people make you, or how things don't work out in your life. That love that we have for self and for spirit always needs to endure in spite of everything that occurs in our life, right? So moving on to your cross-watcher person, they have the Four of, oh God, with the glare. If you've been cross-watching other videos, you understand I've been struggling with this. Why do I feel like this camera is like so far up? Is that better? Okay, yeah, because it's kind of weird seeing my shoulders and stuff. My shoulders are already broad. I don't want to bring attention to them. Okay, anyway. So anyway, oh my God, this is really annoying. Okay. So your cross-watcher's person's present energy is the Four of Swords. Their past influence is, oh my God, the Two of Wands. And going forward, they have the, oh my God, the Three of Swords. Okay. So what I see for your cross-watcher person, So, I mean, this could be, I hope this ain't the little PTSD person, because if it is, this is kind of whack. Oh, good Lord. So if this is the person that, good Jesus, if this is the person who has you guys in this place to where you're feeling like extra hyper vigilant, right? It's because they gave you the illusion. Oh my God, that glare is going to drive me mad. We're not going to talk about that. So anyway, this person gave you the illusion of, like handing you the world. It's like they almost like, and I talked about this in another reading, where they like kind of future faked with you. You know what I'm saying? They future faked with you and they told you like, oh, you know, I'm here. Like, oh, I see us doing this together. And, you know, they literally planned out this entire future with you. And you're thinking that you guys are on the same accord going forward. And then it's like they instantly pull back. Oh my God, glare. Okay. I'm sorry I have to hold them like that. I'm gonna figure that out eventually. But yeah. So anywho, so then they instantly just like pulled back. So they just iced you out. So it's like one day everything's copacetic. You guys are making plans for the future, and then suddenly they just disappear. And they ain't saying nothing. Like they're not answering phone calls, they're not returning texts. Like they just literally iced you out on some stuff, right? And going forward, this person has, you know, their little Three of Swords. So it's like their little broken heart, right? With this being a Swords card, and how it is that I see this card is like when our thoughts, like the things that we create with our mind, when our thought patterns break our heart in so many ways, right? So this person, this kind of gives me the insight into the fact that this is a pathology with this person. So you're not the first person that they've done this to. This is just their thing. This is what they do. Sorry, cross watcher. My bad. But this is what that person does. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not even about you. It's literally this cycle of self-abuse that a lot of people are in. And I mean, that's why I always say it's so important for us to pay attention to our mindsets and how we're thinking and looking at the patterns in our relationships, because in so many ways we involve other people in our own self-abuse cycles, because it's like all of us, we're all dealing with our own shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like wherever it is that we've come from, whether it's childhood issues and wounds that need to be healed, or if it's a bad marriage we came out of, or bad relationships that we were in, or bitterness that we're holding in our heart, all of these things create mindsets and patterns in our mind that translate into actions and behaviors. And then now we want to go out because we don't freaking love ourselves. Oh my God. And we're going out into the world looking for other people to give us what it is that we should be giving ourselves. And we're like getting people caught up in this whole mess of dysfunction. Nah, that makes me so angry. Sorry. But that frustrates me, because it's like you guys, y'all just don't understand. It's so many people that I talk to in a given day, and it breaks my heart that whether it's on the therapeutic side or if it's on the tarot side, there's so many people that I talk to on a given day that are broken and hurt and angry and confused about life because of another person who isn't taking personal accountability for their actions, which is something that I don't understand. I mean, I understand it, but I don't understand. It's like, yes, in a psychological sense, I totally understand why we're perpetuating our unfinished business and whatnot. But on the human side of Princess, who's just a regular person, it's like, it breaks my heart at the fact that I'm seeing two people who are in pain. One person because they're self-abusing, and the other person because they're the victim of another person's self-abuse. But at the same time, good comes out of all situations in the fact that there's a lesson to be learned in all of this. And for you, Libra, the lesson is for you to love yourself. So even though this person is caught up in their own little pathology of future faking with people and like all of a sudden just icing you out. Wait, what is it that people call it now? Ghosting. There you go. I'm relevant. Learned that from my teenagers, you know. Anyway, but this person like future faking with you and then suddenly like ghosting you. The irony of it, and I don't even know if you're in a place to where you could be empathetic for this person, but we're not going to be empathetic in a sense to where we're like, oh my gosh, you're hurting. Let me allow you to come back and perpetuate your self-abuse more in my life. No, we're not talking about that. But if it's any consolation, yes, the person hurt you, but it's like they're still hurting. But here's the difference. I'm so sorry, cross-watcher. I feel like I'm going in on whoever is cross-watching Libra right now. So clearly this reading is really for Libra. Sorry, cross-watcher. But the difference between you two guys is, granted, because, I use these last two cards for both of you. Oh, man. There we go. So I use the last two cards for the person I'm reading for, which would be Libra. So yes, granted, you have a broken heart. Oh, God, this glare. You have a broken heart, and so do they. But the positive side, where there's hope in your situation, is that you're not going to sit here and cry over spilled milk. You're actually going to go out in search of what it is that you want, because you're going to realize that you deserve better than a person who does this to you. Because, and I hate to get all therapy in on you and whatnot, but this whole ghosting debacle that's going on right now, that's a form of emotional abuse. Like that there's nothing okay that's about that. That should not be something, like, of course it's a pop culture term, but I don't want anyone out there to think that that's okay, because it's not. It is not okay for a person to ghost you. And I don't even think you should fool with somebody who does that, because a person who cannot be real enough with you to even give you an explanation for why they don't want to do this relationship anymore, or why this isn't working, a person who can't take personal accountability for whatever the reason is that the person doesn't want to be with you, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's immature, and it's emotionally abusive to the person who's on the receiving end. So no ghosting. Dag nabbit. Their oracle cards is, look to your inner strength. You are stronger than you realize. Y'all, I love when this happens. That's the first card. At least the glare isn't bad on those. Look at your patterns in relationships, cross-watcher person. It requires inner strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior. Stop ghosting people. It's not what's hot in the streets right now. I can't make this stuff up. I think this is awesome. And I'm satisfied. The fact that I don't think you guys have ever seen me get that passionate about something. They must have some Libras out there that's feeling some things, because I just felt it boiling up, from my solar plexus. It was all. I usually don't get that serious about things. I like to keep it light. But yeah, man. So cross-watcher person, let me extend some love to you as well. Whatever it is that's going on in your life, or has gone on in your life, that gives you a fear of intimacy, until you deal with that, you need to stop dating people, okay? Because, of course, I'm pretty sure that there's a little element of codependency there, and it's a fear of being alone, or feeling like you don't have an identity outside of relationships. And I promise you, I'm not being condescending when I say that, because when I talk sometimes it sounds like I'm being condescending, but I'm not. That is just my inflection of tone. But anywho, there's a little codependency that I sense there, but the decisions that you're making to constantly bring people in and to paint this picture of what could be with them, and then when things start to get too serious, or you start to see that this person is wanting to make an intimate connection with you, you completely freak out and then just back off. You have to stop doing that, because for number one, you don't want that karma, babe. You don't want to sow them seeds, because you don't want to reap that harvest. You know what I'm saying? And then on the other end, it's hurting you. It's because I see that. And that's where I say, like, I don't know if it's any consolation to Libra with that, but this person is hurting, but they're perpetuating their own heartbreak. It's like they're continuously taking part in this cycle, but it's hurting other people and it's hurting yourself. So that's like the literal depiction of a double-edged sword. You're hurting other people and you're hurting yourself. And nobody is gaining from that. I know that you're not gaining from that. So I want you to go on Psychology today in your area, find your local neighborhood therapist, and we're going to work on what it is that is causing that pattern of behavior that's making you self-sabotage relationships, cross-watcher. I think I'm done. Oh, I forgot. I got to throw dice. But yeah. Sometimes being an empath is pretty awesome. I feel like I got a little ferocious there. I felt a little fiery energy going on. So wait, oh my gosh, one of my subscribers named my dice, and I can't remember it. The Dice of Resonance. Dang, I wish I could remember their screen name right now. They commented on one of my reads, but they called these the Dice of Resonance. So this is like, whatever comes out is confirmation if this reading is supposed to resonate with you or not. So Spirit, let's throw the Dice of Resonance. I feel like I have to say it like that. Jesus. Okay. So this is a male. Wow, and I have Libra and Cancer. Interesting. Can you see that? How is there a glare on my dice? That's my little male symbol. So it's a Libra, Cancer, and male. So however that falls into your life and whatnot. So I love your faces. That's been your reading, Libra. I'll see you guys sooner than later. Let me know in the comments if you guys want your general read live, and I'll make it happen. Capping. Look at me rhyming and things. All right, I'm out of here. Deuces.